8 football facts from TodayIFoundOut.com. Number 1. Soccer was once a popular name for football in Britain in the sport's earliest days. When the rules for the sport were first being defined, it was named association football to distinguish it from the other forms of football commonly played. Within a year of its inception, this got slurred down to Assoccer, after the common practice of adding to nicknames at the time in Britain. Very shortly after this, Assoccer became soccer, which remained a semi-popular nickname for the sport in Britain until about half a century ago, along with just football. The game initially spread throughout the world, primarily known as football. However, in countries where other forms of football already were dominant, the nickname soccer was, and in some cases still is, the preferred name for this reason. Number 2. Frenchman Just Fontaine holds the record for the most World Cup goals in one tournament from 1958, when he scored an astonishing 13 goals. For reference, the top scorer in the history of the World Cup, Brazilian Ronaldo, scored a total of 15 times, participating in 4 different World Cups. Number 3. The earliest known record of a soccer-like sport was in 1004 BC in Japan. There are also many references to similar sports in 50 BC China, even being played between teams from China and Japan. The Romans played several types of football games, including some that resembled soccer, one of which was included in the Roman Olympic Games. This particular version featured 27 men a side and was extremely rough, with it being common for most players to require medical attention after the game. Number 4. Most of the earliest games of football were named thus, not because you kicked a ball with your foot, but because they were played on foot. Peasants played most of their sports on foot. Aristocrats played many of theirs on horseback. Thus, games played on foot were called football, whether they had anything to do with kicking a ball or not. Indeed, many of the earliest forms of football involved carrying balls in an attempt to get across goal lines past some opposing team or individual players. Number 5. The first and only goalkeeper in history to win the World Cup Golden Ball Most Valuable Player award was German goalkeeper Oliver Kahn during the 2002 FIFA World Cup, in which Germany made it to the final but was defeated by Brazil. Number 6. German legend Lothar Matias has played in 5 FIFA World Cups, 1982, 1986, 1990, 1994, 1998, more than any other outfield player, and also holds the record for the most World Cup matches played by a single player, with 25. He also took part in 3 consecutive finals, 1982, 1986, and 1990, but only won the last one. Number 7. The oldest captain to lead a participating football nation to a World Cup triumph was the legendary Italian goalkeeper Xenos Off, who at the age of 40 led Italy to their 1982 FIFA World Cup title. Number 8. Only 2 World Cup finals have been decided on penalties, and coincidentally, Italy took part in both of them. In the World Cup of 1994, Brazil beat Italy in a dramatic penalty shootout, while 12 years later on in the World Cup of 2006, Italy beat France. In the latter final, one of the greatest footballers ever, Frenchman Zinedine Zidane, famously headbutted Marco Materazzi in the chest, which led to a red card and the defeat of France. So I really hope you liked that video, and if you did like it, click like below and leave us a comment to let us know what you think. And also check out a couple of our other videos, which are linked to on the screen now, and don't forget to subscribe for brand new videos every day. Thanks for watching.